Glad to have you on the show. Love having engineers on the show. Love having sales engineers on the show. Me personally, I always have like a personal side of me that wants to extract knowledge and information from sales engineers, because that's one of the things that I'm corely focused on right now is like, how can I improve my sales process coming from a controls engineering position.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's definitely something that we've had to figure out here as well. You know exactly how to approach customers and how to go about it. We like to think we do things a little bit differently here. So everybody on our sales team has a technical background. I've been in machining my entire career. Some of our other people have been in machining, 3 years, 4 years. So I think having that background kind of helps us out as far as how to approach customers and feel a lot more comfortable when they can have a conversation with you and feel like you know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's like the one advantage that I have, like as far as being able to convert over to sales easily, is at least I can talk technically. The hard part that I've challenged with is like, say for instance, if it's like a robotic cell and it's like a simple palletizing robotic cell, it's been hard for me to convert what benefit does it bring that customer, right? That's been like the shift. I'm like, it's a robotic cell, like it's a palletizing cell. We just install it. It's easy. Like this is a no-brainer project, and so like it's hard to like for me to transition and add those values and be able to translate that to the customer.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always use, especially when we're interviewing salespeople or we're talking about leads and how to approach it. I always say, everybody hates going into a store and you're asking one of the people, I need to do this or this, and they say, well, I'm not sure. Or you ask them a question about a product and they say, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. Everybody wants everything right now, including answers on,
Yeah.
something that they're needing. So I think that definitely helps out.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and tell people where you're at currently in your career.
Yeah, so now I am director of sales for manufacturing at Kelley Engineering. Started out at a large company out in Fountain Inn, South Carolina, and went through their apprenticeship program. So they select about 6 people every single year, and you go through a 2-year apprenticeship program. And you start out with stuff as simple as, I mean, filing parts down and running manual machines, just kind of the dirty work, that you have to learn how to do before, going into other positions there. And then after about a year or
Yep.
two, you start getting into the programming and actually running CNC machines. Stayed there for about 4 years or so and didn't really like the big company atmosphere. I wanted to go somewhere a little bit smaller and I wanted to do something different, but still in machining. And
Right.
found myself at a place that makes custom carbide tooling for, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, all the big names. And they had been around forever. Stayed there again for about 4 years and ended up at a small job shop, which got me into doing, more complicated setups, dealing with materials I wasn't used to at other places, getting into alloys and things like that.
Yeah.
And then was driving down the road one day and Kelley Engineering had their bay door open. Matt, the owner, had just purchased his first CNC machine and they happened to be a half a mile away from my house. So I pulled in, asked if I could interview, and that's about all she wrote.